Okay, so radon. Radon is a naturally occurring radioactive compound. Gas. It's a gas. A radioactive gas. And to be completely honest, I thought I knew what radon was, but I didn't think it was such a big issue before I started researching for it, for this presentation. And now that I have looked into it, I'm definitely going to start paying more attention to this gas. So what is it really? It's a naturally occurring radioactive gas that comes from the natural breakdown, radioactive decay of uranium, and the uranium is in your soil. Okay, so there's nothing you can really do to reduce the release of radon. What you can do is reduce the amount that gets into your home. Okay, so what is this? Okay, so number one, radon is the leading cause of lung cancer in non-smokers, which is crazy to me. That it's something like this, that it's something that's naturally occurring. It is the second leading cause of lung cancer in the overall population. Of course, the first being smoking. So smoking is the #1 cause of lung cancer in the overall population. Of course, you need to be a smoker to do that, but if you're a non-smoker, radon is the leading cause of lung cancer. So there's 21,000 lung cancer deaths every year related to radon, 7.3 in 1,000. That is your chance of getting lung cancer if you are a non-smoker, and this is associated with radon specifically. And 62 in 1,000 is your chance of lung cancer. I need to fix this slide. A chance of lung cancer in smokers. So these are all numbers associated with radon. There aren't, at least in the study, there aren't any other components that factor into these numbers. So this is supposed to be specifically association between radon and lung cancer in smokers and non-smokers. And then you can go check this link below right here if you want some more information. There's a lot more statistics on there, so go check that out. That's going to be in the slideshow at the very end of this lesson. And also in the description box, there's also a linkable link there as well. Okay, so here we go. The EPA has a map of the radon zones. So essentially which areas have higher levels of radon and which have lower levels of radon. And these are historic numbers. So you can still live in, let's say, a zone 3, like where I live. So we can still live in a zone 3 where historically you should have low levels of radon. You can still have high levels of radon, even if you live in a zone like this. So I would definitely get your home tested. 100% do it. It's the second leading cause of lung cancer in non-smokers, so I would definitely get on that. And this EPA map here, this is interactive. So up here I have a link for you, so you can go ahead and click on the zone that you live in. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring you to a site that has all sorts of resources. Actually, why don't I just do that right now? Let's see if this will work. Okay, so this is the link. This is where the link takes you. This is an interactive map on the EPA site of all the different levels of radon. So let's check out Wyoming. They seem to have a whole lot. Okay, so these are a bunch of resources that the state provides in terms of radon. So their state radon program is called Wyoming Radon Project, and the program website here is state radon website. They give you some contact numbers, contact email, things like that, of things you can look into. Just a lot of whole information, so check out your state. Let's just click through and see if this even works. Some of these links are out of date, unfortunately. Okay, here we go, another one that's out of date. As websites change their pages, the EPA hasn't caught up yet. So let's try to find someone that's up to date so I can show you. Okay, let's try Colorado. Here we go. So Colorado, here there's some local resources you can look into, testing your home, different homes in different areas of radon levels, just information. So it's a really good resource as long as where you live is up to date. Where I live, they don't even, it's completely out of date. It doesn't go anywhere, page not found. So definitely could be better, but it's something that a quick Google search can't solve. So just go ahead and jump on Google if you're able to find what you want to find on this site. Besides that, there are some other good links down here you can check out, a plethora of information. So let's go back to our PowerPoint. Okay, so we did that. Awesome map. Okay, so what can you do? There's a at-home DIY home test kit that you can do just to check your radon levels in your home. This is an Amazon link as well. I love Amazon. It's also Prime, so it's going to be free shipping if you're a Prime member. And then there's also a monitoring system, which I think is awesome. I think I'm going to get it. Essentially, it sticks onto your wall, and it's constantly monitoring your radon levels. I believe it's like green light if you're good, red light if you're bad. It sends notifications to your phone. It's pretty awesome. It's kind of pricey, but I think with these smart home, these energy efficient homes, they're kind of also turning into smart homes with all the awesome technology. And instead of putting like technology that really isn't useful, I think I've seen some crazy weird technology like TVs and mirrors and stuff. Instead of doing things like that and spending your money there, spend money on these systems, these monitoring systems, to make sure that your home is as healthy as it can possibly be. And then also I wanted to point out radon. So the closer you are to the ground, like if you're going to do underground home, for example, radon is definitely something you're going to want to worry about and look into. So a solution would be to install air barriers, especially in your foundation, because that's where the soil is. It's where it's going to radiate through. Well, not radiate through. It's where it's gonna infiltrate through. Radon is a really, really, really dense gas. I think it's 9 times denser than air, so it's gonna sink in your home and be near the floor, and it's able to penetrate all sorts of surfaces. So yeah, you just have to be really, really good at installing air barriers specifically for radon. Yeah. Ventilation as well. So if you get radon in your home, if it's in there, you're going to want to ventilate that out. Again, you're going to want to get filtered ventilation, because if you're bringing in air from the outside, you might possibly be bringing radon, filled air into your home through your ventilation system. So getting a filtered ventilation system is extremely important. Okay, so that sums up the safety precautions portion of my course. I will be adding to this if I, come across some things to think about. But for right now, that concludes this portion. So let's move on to the next lesson.